Welcome to another episode of Pack Talking with our guests, Angela and Megan. It's Megan's first time on the podcast, so we're going to start out with asking her how she got connected into dogs originally and how she got connected to the DPC and to Angela.
Yes.
All the connections.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Real quick, Megan, thanks for coming on our podcast. We really appreciate it. Angela, you as well. But
it was
let's hear your story.
Hard to get me here with all the electrical issues we were having and all of that. My story, I've worked with dogs for 20 years, over 20 years. I started out dog walking in my early 20s, kind of moving from like corporate stuff and then doing this stuff on the side. I was big into rescue already. I started in the rescue world really young, like right out of high school, 18, 19. And so like 20 plus years, 25 years. And I have like a nice little dog walking business.
I had that business.
It was Megan's Mutts for a while.
I love that.
And, now it's so cute. And then we outgrew that and we became Pasadena Paws because we're in Pasadena.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah. And so I met you guys through Caesar and working and volunteering up at the ranch. And that's kind of where I started my training journey. Was about probably, 10 years ago. I think I've known Ann for like 10 years now, 8 years, 9 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So we've just kind of grown from there, business wise.
How did you start volunteering at the DPC? How did you get connected that way?
I was a big fan of Caesar since right before he started. Right before he popped on TV, I was working with a rescue who the producer was a part of the rescue. And she was telling me about this amazing guy. Mm-hmm. And I had already been in rescue for about 4 years. I'd fostered some really challenging dogs. And my first foster was a German Shepherd that I left for the day. I didn't know anything about crates or, and I didn't know anything about working with dogs. I left for the day. I came home and it was a disaster. The dog clearly had some serious separation anxiety. My curtains were on the ground. There was like things on the wall.
Oh no.
It was really bad. And he had broken my back door. He'd broken the glass in the back door, cut himself. It was horrible.
Wow.
And I really had no guidance either. Rescue, years ago, there wasn't social media.
Did you grow up with dogs?
Yeah, I grew up with dogs. I grew up with like like a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier and well-bred dogs I grew up with. Gotcha. And then I kind of jumped into the rescue world, finding a dog and those types of behaviors in dogs, starting to see those types of behaviors in dogs. So and then I learned about Caesar and I was so drawn to the help he could offer and realizing there was more out there in terms of training. And I started following him and all of that. And then it was quite many years after that I met Chris, my current partner. And
woo, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah. He's like, why can't I be on the podcast?
Yeah, we should have invited Chris.
Bring him in.
I know.
We'll give Chris his own special podcast.
Yeah.
He would love that. He was like, was I invited? I was like, of course, but Chris, you have to run the business. He's running the show right now. So, so then he was the one who encouraged me very quickly. He was like, there's more to this world than just walking dogs. You can dog train professionally. You can do all these things. And he encouraged me to go up to the ranch. And that's what I did. I went up and I started with you, Bobby, teaching weekend classes. And it was just like the best snowball ever.
Orium was up there too, and
Kim,
Michael Bird.
Sam, Michael Bird.
Triple
Lisa
OGs.
Porter.
Lisa Porter.
Heather
Lisa
Mickelson was up there. Yeah.
Lisa Porter was like my gateway.
She was my mentor too, basically.
Yeah.
She was my first mentor up there, basically.
Yeah, she was definitely my first mentor. I took a class with her and she said, why don't you become my assistant? And I was like, okay, that's enough.
She's amazing that way. Just like when she sees somebody with a little bit of talent, she really has a way of fostering them and like trying to really, she's a very positive influence. I love
Absolutely.
Lisa.
Exactly. Yep. She's fantastic. And I mean, so many connections made up there. Angela and I think we probably hit it off right away with our our rescue backgrounds and our love for horses and all the animals, really. So
you guys are some big animal lovers for sure. I thought I loved animals, and I met you guys out at TCW. I was like, these people don't even think about eating them because they love them so much.
Oh yeah,
I never met anybody like that. I'm from the Midwest. Like it was not that was rare. So I was like, they love animals at a whole nother level. I love it. I love that.
You can't be rescuing them and eating them. It just doesn't make sense.
Crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
It does. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's especially in the horse world. Like I don't know, you don't want to eat horse accidentally. Yeah.
That's good.
No, of course
I
not.
like that. No one thought horse meat.
Gelatin. If you eat Jello, you're eating horses.
I tell people I don't eat Jello.
In Europe, it's like big, like the cows and the horses. There's like all the same. I don't know. I just don't ever want to be. I don't want to be a part of that. So yeah.
No, that's
Okay.
that goes to many
So
animals.
then you met Angela up there too. Then basically on the weekend courses, you were doing weekend course. No, were you?
TCW.
No, I must have met her at the first TCW, which I just like slid right into through Lisa. Like that was amazing. I'd never actually taken a
course.
The fundamentals course, right? Yeah.
Just set that up for you.
I know that would be hard at this point.
Just take a week
we'll
off.
get you a GoFundMe going.
That's right.
and block out some time for your work.
No, it would be hard time wise, but it would be psychologically challenging.
Okay. You'd kill it. You'd be killing it.
It would be fun.
Teach it basically.
I've thought about it. Get up there, take one. Yeah.
So then you met Angela at the TCW, and then you guys are running a rescue together.
Yeah, we're running a rescue together. Thanks to Chris. Chris has been pushing
that helped me get this guy.
Yay! Noodles.
Theo. Soba Noodles, formerly. Now he's Theo. He likes to sleep at my podcasts.
Noodles, my boy Noodles. Hey, Caesar said that dog's boring, bro. What's good with him, bro? Come on.
He's chill, bro. He's in calm
not
state
boring.
because no, he's not bored. I work him. He's gotten on a pack walk today. He's gone bike ride.
Next podcast, just keep him with a full tank of energy. I want to see him fully.
Yeah, right, dude. That fool will just start rampaging across the room.
Does he got that in him?
Chill, right?
What happened?
He's pretty chill. He's a chill guy.
Chill, but he loves when he gets going and gets excited. He can run. He's
a buffalo.
I found out his DNA. We're gonna reveal that in a little bit.
Oh my goodness,
nice.
Yeah.
I didn't. We should all go around first, and we're gonna all speculate. Okay.
Okay. So, guesses.
Oh yeah. What the hell is this? A white dog? Okay.
I mean, we thought he was like mostly Jindo, but like there's something else in there.
Really?
Cow, or we were calling him Jindo.
Maybe Sharpay because he's got messed up eyes.
Yeah, the eye thing. Yeah, we did the whole
Tropion. Yeah.
Maybe that and Akita. I think he might be a little Akita in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought like Chow or Akita because he's got some.
I thought there was some Akita.
A little Chinese in him for sure.
Yeah.
Asian dog for sure in him.
All right, let me get the results right
it's
here.
Street dog. Wait, I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, what percentage of what? He's not 100% anything. So give me percentage-wise what you think he is.
I think he's mostly a street dog is what that's going to come out as.
Okay, mostly a street dog.
He's got to be like, he's got that toasting on his ears. That's so Jindo. I feel like
he has a darker colored tongue that should give you guys some clue as well.
Chow.
That's Akita too, isn't it? Is it just Chow? So Chow,
I think
Chow,
he doesn't have
Jindo.
spots on their tongue, but it's the Chow has a black one.
He's got the fluff. The Chow.
He has a big ass polar bear
Head.
size head, man. Oh
We
my
used to
god,
say,
this
like,
thing is
all the
like
way
literally.
right here.
It is gigantor. I mean,
Next time I need him sitting, Bobby. I cannot see that couch potato. Oh, there he is. Okay. Put this face up. Let me see.
Did you run him today? What'd you do?
Yeah, he got bike rides. He got
X-Dog vest.
This is the normal time everyone chills in the crate for a little bit. I take my my little rest period, and so like everyone at this time is like, okay, it's time to chill. So that's why he's always like this whenever I'm doing a podcast, because it's usually this time of day.
Nap time.
Yeah.
This is our nap time too.
All right, Bobby, let's hear it, buddy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
All right.
What is
Let me
he?
give it to you. Is it?
Chow.
Everyone's good?
He's a Chow.
50% Chow.
Wow.
Dropping at
50.7% if you want to be
Wow.
20.4 Siberian Husky.
What? Okay. Okay. He acts like a husky.
9 Poodle Small. 19.9 Poodle Small, it says.
Hypoallergenic.
And then
9%
super mutt. 9% street dog there.
There you go.
Doodle.
He's a doodle. She's a doodle.
He's a chow scoodle. That's what I call him.
Look, he's up. I can't see him. I see his jowls.
Oh. Hey, buddy, you remember us?
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Down. Good boy.
my God.
Let's go.
Wake up.
Oh, he is looking. Hey, boy, oh, you got.
Oh.
He's so cute.
His eyes always like that, huh?
Tripod is.
He had
He's
surgery on
so-
his eyes.
Yeah, we did a surgery on the left eye because it was like, what is the entropion? It's like the lids are folded in and the eyelashes are scratching the eyeball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so cute. I'm so glad you have him, Bobby. He's
Good dog.
we thought he
he's
was
the best.
amazing. Chris literally wanted to keep him, but I was like, Chris, we have a lot of dogs. We're good.
We have enough white dogs.
no.
We're at our limit.
So when
Where am
I
I?
approached Angela, my stipulations were I need him to be basically bulletproof. He can't go after dogs even if dogs go after him or whatever, and he can't go. He has to be just cool with humans as well, and he is.
All right. So
and he's gotta be
what is he
cute.
really now?
He's. What do you mean? What is he really?
Is he all those things?
Did
He
we
is.
deliver?
You delivered 100%. So
Because we're the
that's
best
a good
in
rate.
rescue.
you guys
That's a good
are
rate.
amazing, and that's why I wanted to have you guys on here so that I could promote you guys and definitely get the word out that you guys are an awesome rescue. So
Thank you.
Angela's like the matchmaking queen. I am
Yes.
so impressed with her skills. I mean, we had to really convince her to do her own rescue, which is crazy because like now we're like, how are we not doing this?
Yeah.
It was
now you're in control.
expensive. It's a lot of
Yeah.
money. Like we were kind of paying for things on our own, and man,
Yeah.
I went like 3 months where I spent like 10 grand on stray animals, and I'm like, I can't
yeah.
keep up with this.
That's
Like,
not sustainable. Yeah.
no.
yeah,
It's not sustainable. We're never gonna retire. We have to get help, decent help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris was the catalyst of
Good job,
Get it.
Chris.
getting Angela into her own rescue.
It took me a little bit. They were asking me for a while, and I was like, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I was like, no, we're
Chris
we're
is a smart
good.
guy. Chris is a very smart guy.
why were you so reluctant to get into rescue in the first place, Ange?
I mean, I had my own rescue for 13 years, and it's a lot of paperwork. Like, it's a lot of behind the scenes things that people don't think about. So I didn't want to get back into it and be responsible for all of these things.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's Chris's job now. So
yeah,
was just
luckily
thinking,
Chris
delegate
was
that
all of
way.
it.
yeah.
So
That's the only
that's
reason
what
I do it.
ultimately changed. So that gave you the freedom to do this, basically.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can
support.
fundraise. I love taking the dogs. Like, I can do a lot, but it's like when it comes to like filing paperwork and like, I mean, I'm
stuff.
like fairly organized with like medical documents because I was a vet tech for a long time. So I love like that kind of organizational paperwork. But when it comes to like admin stuff, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. And I'm too busy. Like Megan and I are both way too busy with everything that
With
we're
the
doing.
animals themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already have our first volunteer for admin. She's helping do some organizational stuff. Like,
What's her name? Hers name.
her name's
Monica.
Monica. Yeah, Monica Parfait. She's amazing. She's a daycare client, and she transported some dogs to Angela today. Like, so helpful. There's so many people that really want to be involved. I forget that there's so many people that want to help, and it's nice to have those options. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Well,
hopefully
people
we'll
see
get
the good work you do and they all want to pitch in, so I think that's it's a beautiful thing that you're doing, because you're helping the animals, but you're also getting people to want to help you as well, so it's like this cascading effect that is I think that's awesome.
Yeah, you guys, it sounds like you're doing the rescue the right way.
I want to
That's not easy.
I want to give a shout out to someone too who I know is going to be watching this. And anytime we post like a wish list or we need something, she's actually our first monthly donor. But Yoshiko, and I know you guys have
We
met her
love
too.
Yoshiko.
Like,
she's number
the
one.
number one
dude,
fan.
she's a huge supporter of our rescue, and I know she watches every episode of this, so she's gonna watch this. And like, just so cool when we post that we need something, and the people who show up like continuously, like we see it and we appreciate it. And we definitely couldn't do rescue without people like that. So shout out to Yoshiko.
Yeah, Yoshiko is the best. She is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yoshiko, you're invited to come out to my facility anytime you want. You just reach out. And we'll
Look at
schedule
that.
it.
There you go. I know I still owe you a shirt, Yoshiko. I have to find the size, but yes, I will get you one more shirt too.
We'll have to make it special for our number one fan.
She is
Definitely.
a hardcore fan, definitely. She's always sending love in comments, and so we appreciate it.
It's so nice to have that
Yeah.
like that loud support. I love that. She's
She's
great.
the best. She is
Yeah.
the best. So now so you've got a whole new place you're rocking now, Ange, that's helping helping you support all the dogs, but you're also helping rescue all kinds of other animals. Want to get into that a little bit and talk about that with that yeehaw hat?
I'm in the country now.
Nice.
Really
yeah.
is.
It's really fun too because Megan comes over often and we go ride horses together. And but I bought a property. It's I don't want to say where it is yet. I'll slowly get more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But it's on 5 acres. It's amazing. And several years ago, I had someone set up a GoFundMe for me and for the purpose of buying a house, and it raised $130,000 very quickly. And so I was able to use that for half of the down payment for the house. So it's really cool. And, I want to share more about the house, but there's so many people who are negative on social media. I've been a little bit hesitant and like showing it.
What are they negative about?
Complaining that, I used donations to buy the house. And just to clarify, like we didn't have the rescue at that time. We don't use donations for us. The donations we get from the rescue, 100% goes to the animals. We're like very serious about that. But the donations from a GoFundMe, that was specifically to buy a house, and that's what I used it for. But
That
I don't
was
know,
amazing, by the way, when that
oh my
happened.
God. I've never even met the person who set that up for me too. And it just kind of went viral. Yeah. Don't even know who she is.
Wow.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, Aunt Laura. So I bought this house on 5 acres. My boyfriend is a general contractor. You guys have met Sid. But he's very talented at what he does, and he can pretty much build anything. So we bought the house, and then for like 2 months, we just built out everything for the animals. So there's room for the dogs. There's fencing up for them. We had ONG turf come out and lay down turf for the dogs.
ONG.
Yeah.
That's
like
right.
it just anything we could do for, this is like a dog Disneyland. I have a pool. I have horse stalls now. We'll get into more about like the donkeys that I have here, and kind of they were left behind by the owners of the house. They didn't want to move them. I understand that, but they were also a little bit neglected. So we'll share more about, the condition of them and kind of what we did to help them out. And then I ended up recently adopting 2 senior horses, Margie and Karamia. They're super cool horses.
What kind of horses?
One's a Holsteiner and one's an Arab, a spicy little Arab.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Small?
The Arab is small, and the other one is
Oh,
huge.
extra large.
Yeah, she's really big. But yeah, that's been that part of it. Like, we definitely want to rescue. Hopefully, Chris isn't listening to this, but we definitely
No,
want to
he's not here
rescue
right
like horses and like farm animals and kind of get more into that. Because I have the room for it now, and it just me being able to take a break. I love the dogs so much, but I've been doing this for so long with the dogs that it's fun to be able to like go to the horse stuff and ride the horses. And like when Megan comes over, it's super fun. And she brings all of the deserving Paws fosters over to my house, and so I get to meet them all. She knows them. Like we both know the dogs very well, which is really cool too. And then we can test how are they in country life, how are they in city life. Like it's just kind of a really cool balance.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Worked out really nicely so far.
Yeah, it gives you a great ability to assess them, which on our last podcast, Caesar said that you were really good at the ability of assessment of dogs and stuff. So I think that anybody watching this and you getting that nomination of, faith basically should know that you are a great source to get a dog from. If
I would say the best.
The
Yeah.
best.
Someone say number one.
I know I went to you
one time
immediately.
Caesar's like, we talked about, they said that in front of we said that in front of Caesar one time about Angela. She's like, yeah, she brings the angels. She's like, yeah, she really does bring the angels. Like he went real deep. We're like, oh, wait, you're talking about which angels are you talking about? But he's like, yeah, she brings us the angels. I'm like, what?
Good
From a
one.
dog.
He has that spirit that just like is magnetic. You have like it's a beautiful like aura that you have about you. You know what I mean? You are a great person.
And I think
guys.
Megan does as well.
Yeah,
That's why they connect so well.
Yes.
I'm a good strong support. Like occasionally, I'll be like, "What about this?" And she's like, "Megan, no," and then I'll be like, "You're right." That's right.
Governor.
Yeah, you gotta keep stuff in check occasionally.
When I first went to TCW, I was I don't actually remember. I think I remember Bobby when I was a student. I know I for sure remember Bobby when I was a student, but I don't think I remember Megan and Angela. But when I first became a red shirt, I know I obviously knew you guys then, but Megan took care of me. She was my mama, my mama bear. She's like, quit worrying so much. She's like, just do you, bro. She's like, you're great. I just remember
That's funny.
and I remember thinking about that and like I'm a confident person too, but I tell my team now that's the one thing that I still have to grow at is being more confident. And Megan was one of those people in my life that where I needed to practice being confident, she reminded me and helped me follow through with that. So I always value at a high level, Megan.
That's so nice. I mean, I can only offer that info because it's the same for me. I feel the exact same. Like, so it makes sense. I remember our first TCW together. I think we hit it off right away. We were like besties right away. It was great. Yeah, it's I've gone through like the waves of people there too. So, and Angela has too. And I mean, the Bobby definitely because we've been there, doing it through the weekends and all that. So, yeah. It's so nice to like meet the people that you kind of keep in touch with, and such a great place.
Yeah, it's like the people I meet up there are like a second family to me. So you are included, Angela and Ben and Dorian and everyone up there is just amazing, So but it's great that we can be on this podcast and talk and see how we're all doing and highlight the new stuff we're doing.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, Angela, you have a new show on YouTube as well. That's I've watched every episode and always await for the new ones. Do you want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, it's called the Deserving Dogs Show, and my boyfriend and I film it, produce it, edit it. We do all of it. Well, I'm just like behind the camera or in front of the camera mostly, and he pretty much does all of it, so I can't take like all the credit. Yeah, but it's basically just like following around what we do in rescue, and Megan makes a debut in it too, which is cool. I feel like Megan needs a little bit more credit for what she does kind of behind the scenes. She's just like not really sharing everything that she does on social media. So it's kind of cool that like
she's a hard one to get in front of a camera. So
I really dread it.
It took a couple of nudges, but I'm glad that we got you here, Meg, because you are amazing. We love you. So, yeah,
Thank you. My debut.
yeah. Well,
I mean, it's not
we
super
needed to bring
fun.
you out.
Like, even when we're editing, like, I have to go in for like the final edit and stuff, and I help, kind of like tweak some things. And Sid will like put it up on the TV, and I'm like, all right, okay. Like, he wants to like watch it again and again. I'm like, okay, that's enough. Like, one time, like it's just, I don't know. It's kind of hard to like see yourself on it.
Yeah,
You have to
absolutely.
like get used
I
to
have
it.
to edit
That's
this
painful.
podcast after every episode, so yeah, I watch myself a couple times, and I don't particularly enjoy it all the time. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I did all right there,
Yeah.
but it's a weird feeling to be like watching yourself, especially if it's like just something you do out of a passion. It's not something you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I motivated to be like, oh my God, I want to be in front of the world. Like, I'm doing it because I love to do it. You know what I mean? I love to connect with my friends through this, world. So,
Yep.
Yeah. I just don't
yeah.
like attention being on me from people. And so it's like a hard balance of like I want to show the world what's going on in rescue and educate them. And that's like very important to me. I'm like super passionate about that. But then I'm like, does it have to be me? Like
You
I
want
don't
your
know.
privacy and still be able
Yeah.
to highlight what you need to highlight. And it sucks that people can be so negative that it makes you need to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah.
it's just not, it's very vitriol on the internet. People are just want to throw sauce around. Like, they just get angry and talk smack. And I don't know. There needs to be more love sent to each other, and more like encouragement, especially for someone that's trying to do good in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you could be getting like you know what I mean? Like,
I think what happens though is that it just takes one bad apple. So even though Angela's doing something that's great and noble, people have ruined it, right? Like we don't need to mention names for other people that do rescues that are doing it for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah.
So those people
Yeah.
are wrong about you, but they're not wrong about what people do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's very true. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bad apples out there, but yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like people get mad if they're in a bad place and then they see somebody in like more of a successful place. And I think about that like with this house that I got. The house that I live in, it is beautiful. Like, it is an amazing house. I'm still in a little bit of shock that I even got this house. I got approved for the loan. Like, I'm a really hard worker though. I work so hard. I had to make sure I had really good credit. Like, there was so many things that went into getting this home that like maybe people don't think about because they
You
haven't bought a
deserve it.
home. Thank you. But also
You do.
what I want to tell people too is I live in a really shitty town. Like, it is not good. Like, I don't even like leaving my house. When I leave my house, I see so many stray dogs here. It's bad. I see so many stray dogs here. The shelter is like a hoarding situation out here. There's hundreds, there's like 400 dogs in the shelter. It's like 5 to 6 dogs, big dogs, in a kennel. It's covered in shit. There's flies everywhere. If I leave and I see stray dogs, I can't keep driving. I have to pull over, like, and help them. That's how we've gotten a lot of the dogs here.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of the dogs that way so far. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the most sad thing is the culture here around dogs, it's not good. And like, there are so many dogs that get hit by cars and they're just sitting on the side of the road. And so I pull over, I scan them for a microchip. I see like, are they deceased, to make sure, and it's just like, it's honestly depressing like sometimes. And so for people to be like, oh, do you need that nice of a house, or like whatever their shitty comments are, it's like, the house is really nice, but the town is shit. Like, it is. The town is depressing,
Which
like,
made it affordable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think that a lot of times people see the tip of the iceberg. Okay, they just see this. Oh, look at the success, but underneath is this huge amount of the iceberg that actually is just lifting that little tip out, and all that stuff underneath is what really went into making that iceberg. The ability to have that beautiful thing, but that's all people can highlight, is that one thing, and they don't see all the time and effort. I see I see how hard you work, and like, you definitely deserve that house and more. You deserve that house in the best neighborhood. Okay. You deserve that
Exactly.
and more. You really do. You put so much of yourself that it's warranted that you deserve that house. And it's perfect for what you're doing right now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that when you leave it, it has all that negative connotation going on, but I think you being there it's gonna, like, your your vibration is gonna affect the rest of the community. In a sense, you are gonna make that community better.
Thank
So
you.
you're there for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me the story of Theo. Who found Theo?
Oh yeah.
Give me the backstory.
I love the Theo story. Well, we have some connections of folks that live in um, like South Central LA, where unfortunately there are a lot of stray dogs and a huge problem down there. And so Angela and I used to go down there a lot and pull dogs with another rescue that we worked for. That's a whole other story. And then we met a couple of people that actually live down there and are doing the Lord's work. Like I couldn't imagine. It's kind of where Angie is now, where she's like, doesn't want to leave her house because you see strays and everywhere. And so that they have that. And this woman Isabel, I think Shumai, my Chihuahua, who I've had for 8 years. I'm pretty sure she is from Isabel. So she lives down there and she finds stray dogs, and she has a nice network of people that will take dogs. But larger dogs are harder to find rescues to take, especially right now because we're in an actual crisis of just massive overpopulation. Shelters are full. Shelters are turning dogs away. It's just euthanizing young healthy dogs. All of those things. So she reached out to me. They found this dog on the streets. They found Theo on the streets, and then brought him in. They have a lot of small dogs and some cats. So they wanted to be careful. So she was keeping him in a crate in her yard on her front porch until she could find somebody. But they fell in love with him. I think they had him until I could take him. I think it was about 10 days. It was right before the rescue. We hadn't really had our official. I mean, I would take dogs from people and do things on my own, but I knew he had medical. I knew he had a big surgery ahead of him. So the timing worked out really well, and he was so good. He pretty much just hung out in this crate in her front yard until we could take him, until I could take him. And she just told me, she was like, I think he's a great dog. And he just sounded really good by the things she was saying. She took him to a dog park at one point, like in the area, like a dog park. I don't think it was like fenced, or maybe it had like a baseball field. And she described some of the things he did with the dogs, and I was like, okay, he sounds like a cool dog. Like, let's take him in. And Ange agreed, and we knew we'd just cover the surgery. And yeah, so he came here, and he was here for a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe a little longer, until we could figure out surgery for his eye. And then he went to Angela's and had surgery through her vet, and she got to see his personality. And this whole time I was like, a trainer needs this dog, or like somebody cool needs this dog. He's a really cool dog. We saw some good stuff in him.
I think either a trainer really needs this dog, or somebody that has no clue really needs this dog, because he is so like
He's
so easy. He is so like he is bulletproof. We have clients now that, like, sometimes they have an autistic child, or sometimes they have this, another dog that's really crazy. They have stimulus that overwhelm the dogs that they have, and we just go, yeah, they need a Theo. You know what I mean? Because Theo will just take, well, he was beepity. He just loves it. Like, the video you sent me of basically like another dog was coming up and just like nipping at his face, like he was drinking water, and just came up and just and Theo's just sitting there drinking water, not paying attention. Like, I was like, okay, that's what I need right there. That's what I need at my house. I need that. You know what I mean? Because I have enough of the dogs that are nipping at faces, and then that turns into a stupid fight. You know what I mean? So yeah. So
he's so easygoing, and he can read dogs. He was like matching energy so well, like with play, and he was just awesome. So
I brought him to the beach a couple of times. I have to keep the long line on him because he'll just keep going. I'm like, hey, get over here, and he just keeps walking off. And I'm like, oh my god, I have to go run after it. But yeah, I don't have the recall with him completely yet. So but he's the best though. He really is awesome. He's
nice.
so like amazing. He's not a worry in my mind. I could just not even think about him. You know what I mean? Like with the
good. I'm so
your
glad.
dogs. So
it's so fun when like friends come to us and they're like, we want a dog, and we already know you, we know kind of your lifestyle, your energy, your previous dogs, and so it just makes it so much easier to be like, oh, this one, like you're gonna like this one, try him out, and like just to know.
Do you guys encounter people wanting a dog that's not a good fit for them, and you're like, you can't have that dog, this is a better fit for you? Is that the whole premise of what you guys are necessarily doing?
Of course. I mean, people should know, like, you shouldn't just choose a dog based off of the way they look, and I think a lot of people do that,
Everyone.
Yeah, or like, oh, this dog's cute, let me take him, or, I want this breed, let me just go and get this breed, but there's so much that goes into it, like, okay, how much do you exercise already without a dog? Like, what is your energy like? What's your household like? Do you have family in the home? Like, do you have other pets? There's so many different things to take into, just to see if you're compatible with a dog or not. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's Angela's department. Like you got to let them know this isn't going to be the right match.
Which I'll tell people, like, I have no problem being like, no, like, this isn't a good match for you, but I will find you a good match. Like, just be patient with us and we'll find you a dog.
I have been, you ever work with dogs? You guys work with dogs long enough where like, I'll get like seasons, but like waves of like a certain behavior or a certain type of dog or a certain type of client. And I have had just a wave of a bunch of people that shouldn't have the dogs that they own. And they're like, all the cases I'm thinking of have like a form of severe aggression. And it's really not that, it's like fear aggression though, but the dog's done like a lot of damage to the owners. There's 4 cases I've just, as my past 4 consults, and it's like, I know I can educate you, but can I motivate you to do this? Can I motivate you to have a lifestyle and philosophy change this time in your life? And it's very like dogs that we don't have any, dogs we have like no problem with, like dogs that are just like really easy dogs. It's just not the right dog for you guys.
I feel like this kind of brings up a really important topic in rescue, is that yes, we can evaluate dogs really well. So it's easy for us to know, like, okay, yes, that one's really easy. Let's take it. We can get it adopted out fairly quickly to a multitude of different homes. But a lot of rescuers are going in like a really emotional sense and being like, oh, this dog was, had all of these sad things happen. The dog's sick right now. Let's take the dog. But then they're not fully evaluating the dog. And a lot of rescuers are taking really challenging dogs out of the shelters right now. But there's so many really easy dogs in the shelters that are kind of being overlooked because they don't have the big sad story. But I personally think right now, especially in California, if you're a rescuer, you should be pulling all of the easy dogs first. I'm not saying the more challenging dogs aren't deserving of help. If you have the resources, yes, take those dogs. But do take into consideration if you're taking like really high strung, high energy, really big challenging dogs. Yes, that could potentially be dangerous out in society. Like, that is not responsible. There are so many good, easy dogs looking for homes that need help right now. Take all of those dogs first. A lot of those dogs are being euthanized in shelters, and like, I don't think that's really fair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are a lot of good dogs right now.
What's the deal with why like rescue and everyone that wants like love, like people like us, or more specifically people like you that are in rescue? Why isn't there or like just laws that you can't breed dogs? You have to have a license. And if you do breed dogs without the license, it's like you can't brew liquor. Why?
Yeah. It's
Because
really
you might sell it. There's a tax thing, and don't breed dogs because
it's a really complicated issue out here.
But it's not that complicated. Where I think if there's this legislation where anybody that owns a dog cannot breed a dog, and if your dog accidentally gets bred, even there's $10,000 fine.
Oh,
such a crisis right now that there's not enough like help in the shelter system to one, take care of all of the dogs who are coming into shelters, and two,
Yeah.
to enforce any laws that are happening. So like we see neglect and abuse way too much. And like we just dealt with something over the weekend that shouldn't even have happened. And it's like we could report it, but it's not going to go anywhere. And it was like a clear case of abuse and neglect, you know, and like it needs to be something so big to where
So
and so
horrendous.
many people like call and make a fuss about it that animal control even cares to go do anything about it. And even right now, we have a friend named Cynthia, and she goes and she helps the houseless community a lot. So where she goes around, you know, to all these RVs and stuff where people are hoarding animals and they're breeding them, and they have, you know, litters of puppies and hot RVs, and like it is sad.
There's no
And
education.
and animal control knows about it, and these people get cited, but they can't take the animals away from them because we have nowhere to put them. You know, it's like, it's just this never ending thing. And it seems like so impossible without like free spay neuter resources. Like there needs to be free spay and neuter. Like it needs to be, you know, more of the community helping these situations. And
I don't think it. I mean, I think you could have those clinics, but it's like you just have to have a forcible way to, if you breed your dog without a license, you go to jail. You don't even get a fine.
It was like this.
bro,
So 10 years, it wasn't
that.
like that exactly, but LA was on that path. Like, I think it was like 10 years ago. I could tell people, like, I can call animal control and they will come over and they will fine you and they will take your dogs. They used to come door to door. It was much better.
But just
We were
like
on a good path, and now we've just, I mean, it's so bad now.
I heard we spent over $1 billion a year euthanizing dogs.
Yeah.
Government money.
Yeah. I don't know the intricacies of legislation and why the
Like,
government.
why wouldn't the government want more money? Like, I just don't, like, for me, that's like a huge, like, what is happening, that I just think there's not enough attention on that.
And being in rescue, and you know, like we don't enjoy this. Like you know, like this is. I mean, sure we enjoy the rescue work, but it's
we're
painful because
exhausted.
there's no end. Yeah, and you save one, and there's like, you know, 100,000.
Like whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it's just.
Imagine if breeders got fined. Let's just say a German Shepherd breeder got fined for selling a 75-year-old person a dog. Like, you should get fined for that. Like, you should actually maybe potentially go to jail. The jury's gonna decide. I don't know, man. Like, there's like that's like it's like it's dangerous situation.
You guys, we see a lot of that.
Well,
you guys see a lot of that.
It's like,
Like, what
you
is
know,
happening?
if you want a gun, you have to have a license. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a dog, it can definitely be a weapon if you don't handle it correctly.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
the
So
genetics that are coming out of, I mean, like some of the things that, you know, we are deserving Paws because Angela's deserving dogs and I'm Pasadena Paws, so we're so cute. But we're animal welfare and sanctuary because I have 3 sanctuary dogs that they can't be adopted by normal people, like by people who don't have, you know, years of experience work and education working with dogs. They're completely unsafe, and I'm sure we're going to get there in the rescue. I mean, Angela's experienced a lot of dogs that way too, and it's stressful.
We have this dog right now in our facility, American Shepherd, you know, just a little cute little dog, and it bit the lady's nose off and ate it. Like, she has like scars, chunks of. She left Idaho because the dog bit her nose off and ate it. The dog, we've had the dog for only a week, and he's just super anxious and like clingy.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any aggression. I'm like, all right. You know, like,
well,
I think
you're not seeing the aggression because you're stopping the anxiety before it becomes aggression. You know, people don't.
We haven't even done much with the dog besides like it needs to decompress, right? Is like what the situation. Like, she just got bit and she needs to heal, and she has to figure out what to do with the dog. And one of our options is sanctuary, but I had to do it. I had to charge you. I had to charge you for this dog being here, because otherwise I get 6 calls a week for people to surrender dogs to me, like I'm a sanctuary or I'm a rescue, and they're not. Any of them are. None of the dogs are. Oh, we just don't have time for the dog. It's like, no, this dog has serious problems, and we have a child now, so now we can't have it. Is usually what usually So
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
thinking about that.
It's
Well-
a rough cycle of where did all these dogs go, and then you get into behavioral euthanasia and sanctuary, and I mean how many good sanctuaries are out there that are able to handle these types of dogs? And
Good sanctuary.
Well,
There's probably a lot of sanctuaries, man. Good ones. I don't know.
yeah.
I think that the problem really is that people really don't know how to read their own dogs 99% of the time, and that ends up like their dog is anxious and the person wants to cuddle them, and you know what I mean, the dog is clearly telling the person, I do not want you to cuddle me, but the person just goes and does it, and then eventually that dog ends up biting someone or a kid, like because the kid, you know what I mean, and it's because the education is not there that really all these problems stem, like the seed, the root is the knowledge that is not had by any like dog owners. So really, like what people really need to do is be able to read their dog, and that, I think, when they really can, if they truly love their dog, they can learn what their dog's saying when it's saying, like, even
About
when
them.
when they go to put the leash on a dog and the dog does this, you know, they don't realize that the dog, like, and they still go and do it. Like, they could just wait a second for the dog to come back and to move forward. Like, instead of moving away, they wait for the dog to come back and move towards, and then you're like creating a bond with the dog. You know what I'm saying? Rather
That's
than
too
just
far
doing,
away then.
yeah, you know, but like it's just the knowledge, I think, is what really truly is lacking, and that's where like it's everything all these problems, because people really do want to love their dogs, they just don't know how to do it right.
That's kind of like where we come in with, Megan and I, and why we started this rescue is we're both, I don't know, I feel weird calling ourselves this, but we're both like trainers. We know a lot about dog
Absolutely trainers.
behavior. We can train
Why do you wait,
humans.
hold on, stop right there. Why do you
Yes,
feel
kind of weird to me
why
too.
do you even think that you do not deserve to call yourself trainer? Both of you, what are you talking about? You guys are amazing trainers.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the word trainers, I feel like it should be different. Like I'm like, oh, trainer. Yeah,
Dog
there's like,
psychologist sucks too.
I know. I feel like there's like a
Dog
better word
psychologist.
for it. I mean, I don't doubt like our
Behaviors.
skills. Like Megan and I are very skilled in what we do. That is not like my
We're dog
doubt. Like
professionals.
we're the best. Okay, if you want to adopt from a rescue,
Yeah,
we're
there
the
you go.
best.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
I
But
don't doubt that.
but you
But
guys
you-
can deal with any behavior in a dog though.
Yeah,
and
so like
help it.
trainer, like we're not like, oh, let me teach him, sit down, stay. We're not like that kind
It
of
does need to be
trainer.
another word.
I don't do that either. I help bring a dog back to balance. That, you know what I mean? In a sense, that's all I do. Carly puts all the tricks on the dogs if she wants to do like all that other stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get your dog not to want to bite somebody or run away from you, or what, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get your dog to neutral status, and then you can add all the whatever stuff on top. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we need to bring a
It's
dog.
neutral status. Yeah.
Rabbit.
So it's neutral status. Like,
Yeah.
there's just so many dogs out there that it's like the neutral it's specific to them. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a wide gap. It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Spectrum.
And
Exactly.
when you adopt a dog from us, like we're going to do sessions with you, we're going to make sure like, well, we already know before you come to meet the dog that it's going to be, compatible with you. But then we're going to take it another step farther and be like, okay, this is what we've been working on. This is what you should do. Like, let me show you how to use a leash. Let me show you like all of these
Do you
basic
put the
things. If you
pressure on
don't
them
know.
and say this is what you have to do?
No, but you can tell right away. I mean, we're pulling like pretty easy dogs right now. We have a couple like challenging dogs, but we're trying to put just like really safe, easy dogs out into the world because there's so many to choose from. So like, why not get those ones first, And yeah, a couple challenging. And if we have like challenging dogs, well, you better expect that you're going to come and meet them multiple times and we're going to do some sessions with you. And yes, those are the dogs that if you're not going to do what we tell you with those dogs, like you can't adopt them. You're not the right person,
That's what I was that's what I was thinking that rescue should do more often is like, hey, we went to your house and there's no crate. Like this dog's going to hurt somebody or itself, or it's going to eat something bad, right? So yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, that's like one of the first things we do is make sure that they, have crates. So we send them home on slip leads. We have a great connection with Phi Collar right now. So they're all going home with, especially if they
GPS.
need it, we're mandatory Phi
Oh,
Collar.
white collars with them? That's a serious. That's bougie. That's that California stuff. Jeez.
Well, we see so many fosters that they
That's a
they get
great. That is a great.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody doing that. That is an astronomical idea.
Yeah.
And
Wow. It's
that's
like,
the
hey,
kind of service you get when you go to Deserving
you
Paws.
be like
okay?
your
You get
dog
Top
sat in
notch.
top
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
tier.
accountability though. It's a great
Always.
thing for accountability for an owner because you're putting
Yeah.
preface it to what's important to the dog.
But
Yeah.
that
You don't care about what they teach the dog. You care he needs to be walked. He needs
Yeah.
no freedom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. And you're gonna not only have a slip leash, but your dog is gonna know how to yield to pressure. Maybe in like the most basic way. Like you're gonna have to do some work, of course, but like they can go into a crate. They can be safe on a slip lead initially. There's some low hanging foundation there that we can instill. So we feel good about that.
It should only be that even for it's that for the complicated dogs, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Well-
more intensity typically behind it. So then you're getting to have to slow down farther away or, fall through differently after. But
Well, going back to
I'm proud of you guys. That's awesome.
you guys are
that is
trying to
cool
get
shit.
the easiest dog so that you can place the most possible. You know what I mean? So like you don't have to like really worry about it. But if like you were saying earlier, if someone feels emotional and has this sad story and they get the wrong dog for the wrong person, that's how someone gets their nose bit off. And you know what I mean? Like it's all connected. All these things are, you know what I mean? All these stories have this, like, there's an underlying thing of the education wasn't there, the emotional state was wrong, and people aren't doing what's right for the dogs. You know what I mean?
So
And
but then you get stuck in this situation where let's just say that one dog is 2.5 years old and it started doing that once the dad, which is 96, started having cancer. So like I'm trying to show them the dots, but they're just and this dog that's here, I'm like, I think you should just focus on your husband right now. Like I don't ever tell people to surrender a dog to me. I never tell people to put the dog down, even to be honest with you. I show them the answers of what you need to do to fix it, right? I consult about different options, but it's like I could help those people and they could follow through. But if they relapse, if they don't follow through, what's going to happen, right? And so it's a tough situation.
Yeah.
I've had it happen many times. It's just this one's a little. The dog's super easy. You want to have.
Unfortunately, there are times where a dog has to be put down. Like it is just gone too far with, like, it's biting people and crazily and tearing.
And no one can take it's the whole surrender thing. It's the whole
having. Yeah.
There's no
You can't put it
sanctuary
in
for
a
that dog.
shelter at that point. You know what I mean? You can't ask Angela to take this dog that's freaking ripping people apart. You know what I mean? It's because it all goes back to that education stuff, though, where you're not doing the right things at the right time. So it's like, hopefully this podcast and people like Angela and Megan and all of us, we can get the word out to like help people truly be like good with their dogs and get the dogs they want. And like, bless you guys for doing it. Like, you guys are amazing.
Hey, what about us, Bobby? We gotta teach them to find calmness, confidence, right? That's not an easy job, bro. I'm making fearful people confident. That's a tough gig, I want to
You're
make
doing
sure
a great job too, Ben.
Thanks, bud.
I don't mean that. I'm not trying to downplay what you do, Ben. You do amazing work.
I'm just trying to talk myself up right now. I need that inner motivation right now.
Also, though, you know what? I will say that Ben is super awesome because he has taken so many dogs from me at this point.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yeah, we'll take that dog. Okay, well, that's a lot of dogs, okay?
Hey,
And,
on Deserving Dogs.
I've taken one. So between us, we've had 4 dogs between you guys.
Right?
That's pretty
Pushing
awesome.
dogs
cool.
for it.
Yeah.
Hey, one real quick. We should put this in for your update about Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter, we ended up, one of my trainers ended up just falling in love with him, and that's where he's at. We'll post some pictures of him here. He's enjoying his best life though, and
nice.
he's doing a great job.
What about Milo? You still have him?
We still have that dang dog, and we're gonna talk about that off the camera, but no, he's doing good. My wife was really upset, and honestly, what I would suggest to anybody that has that situation come about is not do what I did, but understanding that it's my lifestyle too. So what I'm saying is that we had a dog pass, and we got another dog a month after she passed, and the reason why I did it is because my wife was pregnant, and it was like a month and a half before our due date, and we already had complicated birth planned. You know, we knew it was going to be a slight complication because it was umbilical cord. And so I had to just choose. I got to find a dog that's going to take a hit right now emotionally, you know, be with a person that's unbalanced. And we're going to have to see how the dust settles. And he's done great. He's just a handful. Yeah, other than that, he's been good. And it's too soon, but he was also came at a good time. But I'm still grieving the dogs that had passed, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things I would say don't do as I say, not as I do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What I did, like my dogs passed. It was probably like I did not have a dog for like 9-10 months.
Yeah, that's what you
I
should
wanna
do.
say.
That's what you should do.
Yeah,
That's the right way to do it.
I had and Regina had passed even long, like another probably 8 months before that or so. So I was ready. I've went through all the emotions. They still come. Don't get me wrong. I have moments where like I think about Apollo and Reg and I have I have my tears come and I allow them to come because it's
I definitely do that, but
it means I love that deep. Period.
I do that still, but the hard part is well, not the hard part is that this dog requires lots of patience. He's a young puppy, Belgian Malinois, German Shepherd, Rottweiler. That's what his DNA result was.
Oh,
And
Milo?
he's a handful, but what the dog is here for, though, like that's the spirituality is that he's here for one reason is he was here to help give Carly love when she needed it, but he's here to teach me patience. Because if I didn't have the dog right now, I would be sitting in a little bit, not I want to say too much comfort, but right now in my life, out of my whole life, it's requiring me to have most patience, right?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
dog came at a good time for me to continually practice and test my patience.
It's beautiful.
That's just what it is. Yeah.
No, it's something you don't get the dog you want, you get the dog you need sometimes.
Yeah, and I surrender to that. And the dog is in good hands. So it's giving big love over here.
Yeah, he couldn't go to a better person.
Little shepherd's friend.
Oh,
Well, I'll tell you
nice.
this. I struggled with Lena, Carly's dog, for a long time, dude. It was
Struggle with what?
What kind of dog? A Malinois?
she's a purebred Belgian Mal. She went after Regina several times. So,
I got you. I got you, Sam.
yeah, so I didn't have a deep bond, but eventually now Lena and I are like that's my dog right there. You know what I mean? I love Lena like completely, and I think that it took a lot of patience with me and her because I had that like how dare you go after Regina? Regina is like
Mama.
like a Theo in a sense, like just knows like bulletproof. She'll set a boundary, but she will never move forward on another dog. You know what I mean? She'll just stomp her feet like, hey, that's enough. Like, but she won't move to like go on anyone. And Lena, she stomped. Lena went after her, and I couldn't deal with it. Like subconsciously, like I had this like that dog. You know what I mean?
Emotional
But now,
attachment to it.
yeah, because Reg is still she will always be the best. You know,
R.I.P. the queen.
yeah. And but now Lena and I like I couldn't, even though Lena still has issues with like when another dog wants to like challenge her, I couldn't see my life without her. She's an amazing dog, super smart, super like you're gonna get there with your boy too. You're gonna have that like
I'm not worried about it. It just we got priorities, and having a baby is a whole thing, bro. Like, it's a whole thing. Having a baby, whole thing.
Yeah,
Whole thing. I love him very much, and I love my wife very much. It's a experience.
It's definitely it's a challenge, bro. It's
That's
a
right.
new phase in your life. Like it's not.
How changes really quickly. We 2 dogs passed within the same year, and a baby all within a year.
That's a big cheat. How many dogs do you have now?
3, including that boy Milo. His name's Prince. We named him Prince.
Nice.
But we have 3 now.
Okay,
Yep.
that's manageable with a child.
3 is. I don't like having 3 dogs though. I like having more than 3
A
dogs.
little low. It's a
You
little
like
low.
having more?
Yeah, I just like having a pack
Right.
of dogs.
Yeah, you have a kid, bro. So 3 is good
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
I'm okay with it,
Wait
but it's just
until
weird
you're-
when you've always had 4 dogs at least for years, and then you let 3 dogs come in, and you're going, oh, okay, there's not another. It's just a different feeling.
Ben, you know what we can do is we can send you another dog. Just let me know when.
Yeah, this time next year, Matt, we'll talk about it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
we'll be ready.
Chris,
No,
come in
my-
here. Come say hi.
I'd like to have a dog this big. I should have kept Anne. That's what I should have kept.
Can you get
We'll
them?
find you
Oh,
the
little
perfect
ant.
dog.
You can ask them to wait. Can you come say hi?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
That's on Butcher.
The man.
Hey, that's my dog.
behind the rescue.
What's going on, Chris?
Hey,
How you
Chris.
doing?
I just want to let you know, I think you deserve your own podcast with just me and Bobby
Yeah.
in it, man.
Oh, thanks, Ben. I
I
appreciate
told them I
Definitely.
told him he wanted to come on. They're like, he can have his own. He can have his own. He would
No,
love it.
Hey, thank you for being supportive of Megan and everything she does, Chris. We
And
learned
Angela, really.
and Angela too. Yeah, we learned on this
It's-
podcast that
it's,
you were a catalyst in both of these girls' lives, and we
Keeps us
appreciate
in
that.
line.
It's
Yeah.
great to have them around. You know,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do it any other way.
exactly.
I haven't spent a lot of time with you, Chris, but I remember every time I have spent with you, you're very influential, and you do it in a very modest way too, where you know you
Like
always
a Zen master.
yeah, and he makes you think about things. So I think
He puts up with some tough characters here, some strong-minded people.
no, I think
Shenanigans, huh?
Yeah.
we will definitely want you on a podcast.
So yeah, I gotta get the dog.
Definitely.
There's a client here. Bye.
You buddy.
Get back to work,
Take it
Chris.
easy.
Go run the rescue.
With them, just bring pop Brody in the garage. You'll be good. Yeah. let us know.
On that note, it looks like we're at about an hour. So thank you, Megan. Thank you, Angela, for joining the podcast. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do, and hopefully we'll have you guys on again. And Chris, and we've got to get some more podcasts going. So
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the
Adopt,
we
don't shop.
appreciate you. We
Adopt
totally-
don't shop unless it's a chicken. I'm joking.
All right.
Adopt.
Okay,
Peace,
you might
guys.
be right. You might be right.
Yeah.